Hello guys, welcome back to MiHos Coasters. Today I'm going to be looking at all of the changes coming to Six Flags Great America in 2023. Let's get to it. So for folks who don't know, Six Flags Great America just had its opening weekend here at the end of April. And one creator this actually kind of connects to is Coaster Nick, who I'm going to be using a lot of footage from in this episode, and I'd like to thank because without his footage, a lot of the changes we wouldn't know or be able to see. So I will be using a lot of his footage to kind of visualize some of the changes coming to the park. But let's start off with attractions that have been removed. First off, we have Buccaneer Battle. This was already closed last year, and I think we kind of knew it'd be biting in dust, but it's finally been removed from the map. So I think it's pretty clear something will be replacing it sometime soon. Another attraction removed is Daredevil Dive. This was recently also removed from the map, and this is a little surprising to me because of the gimmick. Six Flags tends to have upcharge attractions, but this is one thing I really did want to see removed. This and obviously the go-karts, which aren't removed, but this is a nice step in the right direction for me. Two other attractions are two attractions in the Camp Cartoon section of the park. Boulder Roller and Rocky Rescue have both been removed. They weirdly have been kind of removed from the maps and like list of attractions in recent years, but continued to operate, I believe. But just recently, both were removed from the actual park, so physical attractions were both removed and replaced with shade structures that have no purpose. It's weird to me, but I don't know. I guess they might be replaced with a different attraction soon, so that certainly excites me. There's also the removal of Justice League Battle for Metropolis store. This is really odd to me because it seemed like a perfect location for a store. Everybody loves that attraction, and so it's surprising that they removed another opportunity to just sell DC stuff, but I don't know. I guess it makes sense to them. Finally, Country Fair Mix-Up has been removed. This was right by all the arcade games and Revolution, and I guess it is gone now. It served like popcorn and some other stuff. It is gone. Other attractions have been removed, but aren't mentioned because they're being replaced with a different attraction or store or shop or whatever this season, so I did not mention them. Now let's start off with some changes happening in Hometown Square. There's a new bubble tea station, which serves bubble tea. It's right next to Hometown Fun Machine. While quite expensive, I think this is a great addition. There is the new Coca-Cola VIP Lounge, replacing a previous location of other stores. It's right by guest relations right there, and I believe it used to have some sort of restaurant, but it has been closed the past few years. And I like that there's a sponsorship, actually. I know it's kind of, I guess, cringy to have a sponsorship, but I think it kind of provides part of the cost for a new addition, and I actually like that. I mean, Disney and Universal both do sponsored attractions, so it's not like out of the norm. I prefer this to advertisements. Finally, there's a updated bathroom by Lobster. I certainly think changes like this are needed, so good job, Six Flags. Next, on to the DC Universe. We have another Coke-sponsored thing. It's called the Gaming House. I have no clue what this is. It's either going to be, I guess, maybe adult games or just arcade games. I prefer, again, a sponsored attraction to anything else, and I think both of those are good. I do not believe they have any arcades at this moment, and I don't think there was anything in that location this last season, so I think a new addition is a good addition, and this is right by Supervillain Swing. In the Yukon Territory section of the park, the whole area with Mooseburger Lodge and Snowshoe Tap House, along with that theater, has been removed. There are rumors a new restaurant will be going to the place of the Mooseburger Lodge and Tap House. Who knows? Also, that whole area is being reworked with new, I assume, landscaping, seating, whatever. I think that's all good. I think any updates to food, dining, all that kind of stuff is a good addition. So I'm glad that they're making some changes. And that's part of the park was looking kind of crappy. So a new thing is certainly good in that area. Southwest Territory will be adding a new beer garden. I think that's a really cool addition with a new bar. There's also a new authentic Mexican restaurant replacing the watering hole called MiHos Authentic Mexican Food. This is right by Viper, and so it'll be a new cafe. Also very expensive food, but looks very good in quality. And then County Fair, the last new food location here is Drizzle Cheesecakes, which is also looks really good, and that's replacing Totally Kickin' Chicken, and that is right by Revolution. So all of those additions were some really good additions, but there's also a lot of other smaller things that we'll be talking about right now. So first off, all of the Dippin Dots locations were marked on the map. I think that's good. Now everybody knows where they are. Dippin Dots is good. There are a lot of those locations, but I do think it's good to mark them on the map. Some buildings in Mardi Gras and Hometown Square. Mardi Gras especially, they're looking really bad, and they've all been repainted. They look beautiful right now. I'll put some footage of that. They look incredible. They also replaced some of the Midway games there and repainted those facades for the Midway games. So I think that's really good to make everything look nice in that area. Now, some other really small new stuff. First off, there are some new food items, including Dole Whips of other flavors, chicken and waffles, which is really good, although it did not look good on the Instagram post, and finally bubble tea, which I mentioned earlier. There's new landscaping in Hometown Square and Carousel Plaza. Specifically, I noted all like the tulips and all of that they added in those two areas of the park. There are a bunch of new benches, tables, and shade coverings all across the park. They look awesome. I'm so glad that they are offering more ways to get away from the shade, sit down, rest for a second. I've always wanted more of that in the park. There are, from what I can tell, at least 3 new shows at the start of this season, including Mix It Up. I'm going to trash talk it for a second. It sucks. I think it's a good idea. They should just ditch the drums altogether, in my opinion, because the drumming is just so bad. I am a drummer, so it just really hurts me to watch them do just such basic beats and stuff. I can see how maybe the general audience might like it, but I personally hate it. There's also Groove in the Park, which is just dancing and singing to popular pop tunes. And finally, Road Trip Radio in Hometown Square. I think it's good to have shows, so I'm not going to complain too much about any of those specific shows. Finally, some new merch items that actually look good. From what I've seen, there are some new stuff that looks more modern, and so it definitely looks better than previous merch that I've seen at the park. Overall, all of these changes, which fill up a whole sheet of notebook paper, look honestly fantastic. Especially the new restaurants and cosmetic stuff, and the attractions they removed, I'm not disappointed by. Buccaneer Battle and Daredevil Dive, I have both wanted removed. I also think it's a good change to get rid of those smaller kids attractions, because it probably means there's something coming up soon, and that kids area as a whole is just not good. So hopefully they can replace those kids rides with some newer, better ones. And also, honestly, all of the changes they have made have been good. I was really disappointed to find out they wouldn't be getting any new attractions this season, but I certainly think all of the additions they are making more than make up for a single flat ride. Anyway, good job Six Flags in the 2023 season. Six Flags Great America seems to be making some awesome changes. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time here on Midwest Coasters. Goodbye.